This video is going to be on the at and batch commands. Now, unlike cron tabs, at and batch are used for one-time job schedulers. So let's say you just need to run a specific file or a specific command one time at a given time, then you would use at or batch. So let's go ahead and start by defining what at is and how we use it. At is based on time. So you supply at a given time, day in advance, things like that, and it would run the commands that you listed during that time that you specified. Batch, on the other hand, is based off of the server load. So by default, batch runs when the server load is under 0.8. So it's based off the system utilization stats. So let's go ahead and start by using at. So to use at, all we need to do is specify the utility name, at, followed by the time that we want to run it. So let's go ahead and type the command date, and it's 10:07 right now. Let's check to see if we actually have the at command, which at, yep, and we have it there. If you didn't have at, all you would need to do is install a package, and let's say you didn't know, let's see what the package name is. I believe it's at, but to find out we can just do rpm-query file, and then we would just which at, and you'll see that it is the at package. So in order to install it, you would just do yum install at, run that, and it would take you through the whole install process. Currently I already have it installed, so it'll let me know that while I'm installing it. Give that a second. Let's actually just cancel this out. Here we go, it's actually moving along. Setting up the install process now. And you'll see that the package at is already installed and to the latest version, so there's nothing to do. So it exited out the installer. So let's go ahead and start using it. So to use at, we just type the word at, followed by time. So we're going to give it at 10:09. So let's do at 10, or actually let's do 10:10. Enter, and now you would type the command that you want to issue. So let's say we want uptime, and we'll type the command uptime, redirect it to, put it in the root directory also, and we'll just call it uptime.at.txt to let us know that we use the at command. So I just pressed enter, but so you can actually enter multiple commands at once, or you can just type Control D, and that would schedule your task and run it as soon as it becomes that time. So right now it is 10:09. We schedule it for 10:10. So if we type at Q, it'll show us that we have one cron, or one scheduled task at 10:10 by root. So let's go ahead and look at the time again, and you'll see that it's still in the queue. So at Q is pretty much just a queue that shows you a list of commands that are currently pending, or scheduled tasks that are currently pending to go out. Now this at Q works for both batch and at. Let's see what time it is now. We have about another 20 seconds. Let's see. And so far we shouldn't have anything in our home directory. Right now we're currently logged in as root. You can see that here. And let's go. We're currently in the home directory, so and there we go. Uptime.at_ran. Let's see what the time is right now. Yeah, it is 10:10. Let's look at the queue. It's currently out of the queue, and let's go ahead and view that file. And you'll see that it actually wrote the one line that we needed from uptime at the given time that we wanted it to run. So let's go ahead and try it. Try another one. Type at, well, let's see what the date is. 10:10. Let's do it at 10:12. And let's say we want to run, we'll run uptime again. We're going to go ahead and run a couple commands. Let's run free, which shows you how much free memory we have. And we'll put that to root memory.at.txt. And let's go ahead and write, let's take the contents of ps dash aux and pipe it over to, or append redirect to root ps.txt at.txt. So Control D, everything's scheduled. So you'll see we have our second task scheduled already to run at 10:12 on today's date. Let's go ahead and run date, see what time it is. We have another 14 seconds. Date, 7 seconds. Right now you should see nothing there. You'll see our file size is 62. What's the date? And now we should have something here. So we have our PS. We have our uptime, which you see increased in size. And we have our memory. So let's go ahead and view the contents of each of these. So cat memory, PS, and uptime. And you'll see we have our uptime here with the 2 lines that we added, or the second line that we added to that same file. Our PS, which is here, as well as our memory usage. And that's pretty much all there is to at. You can also specify a file to run. For instance, let's go ahead and create a file called, we'll do vi at.script, we'll call it. And let's go ahead and type uptime, and we'll put that into the root uptime.at. Actually, .txt. So now that we have that, let's go ahead and see what time it is. It's now 10:13. Let's go ahead and schedule another one. We can actually specify the file name by using the F flag, and then we just specify the time that we want it to run, which is 10:14, and we have another job scheduled. So if we look at @q, you'll see we have another job scheduled. It is right now almost 10:14, so that job should run. And uptime's there. Let's see what the date is. Oh, so now it should have run. Let's do ls-l. The file size changed. Let's go ahead and cat the contents, and we should have a third line, and we do, for the new uptime based off the file that we passed the at utility. Another utility that you can use is the batch utility. Now batch, unlike at, runs based off the system utilization statistics. So let's go ahead and do top, and you'll see that our load average is at 2. You know, for in the last minute it's been 2. Then we have 6. So these are the averages for the last 15 and 5 minutes. So here's the 5-minute average, here's the 15-minute average, and here's the 1-minute average. So our system's pretty good. It's under the default, which is 0.8, because batch scripts by default will only run if the server load is under 0.8. So let's go ahead and create a batch schedule, and you do this similar to at by just typing batch followed by enter, and then you'll see it prompts you with the at command line for you to type in the commands which you'd like to process. So let's just do uptime, do some append redirection to uptime.batch.txt, and let's exit that by doing Control D. You'll see it's scheduled. It's already out of the schedule because our load average is under 0.8. So if we do ls-ltr, you'll see that uptime batch was created. It's the latest file that was edited. Let's go ahead and cat the contents. And you'll see that it put our uptime stats just as we wanted. That's pretty much it for at and batch. Let me know if you guys have any questions.